Hey there, if you're about to undertake organizational change, you may be dreading it, and for good reason, since they usually fail. But fear not, change can be done well, every time, and I'm going to show you how. I'm Khayat, but you probably know that already. If you don't know me, I've spent the last 25 years improving services, and if you want to improve a service, you've got to do change. It's like, here's your current performance over here, and here's where you want it to be. Doing things in new ways and performing at a higher standard. You got to get from here to here. You've got to change. And you've got to do it well. Now, I've been on that journey about 50 times, mostly as leader, but just like everyone else, I've been subjected to some very badly run changes where everyone's completely in the dark and the best staff leave and people have to reapply for their own jobs, which may or may not exist. It's no surprise to me, and probably to you, that 70% of organizational changes fail. 70%. What's crazy about that number is that we all know organizational change is inevitable. Like the sun comes up and the sun goes down. If we want to improve performance, we have to undertake at least some degree of organizational change. If it's that commonplace, shouldn't we be really good at it? In an ideal world, every employee would expect to have a good change experience. In that same ideal world, every leader would recognize a duty to conduct one. Yeah, we don't live there. Not yet. But since we know it's possible for change to be positive and productive, there's simply no excuse for it not being so. If it can be done that way, it should be done that way, especially since we know that a positive experience will be so much better for staff. And if it's better for staff, it should therefore be better for their performance, which is why we're doing it in the first place, right? One of the problems is our mindsets. When we hear about change, we normally expect a badly planned, under-resourced, mismanaged project. And that's because most change projects are not focused on behavior. They get bogged down with all the wrong things and end up creating a negative experience for us all. But I want you and your team to move beyond those negative, cynical ideas like people hate change. They don't. Or that change is really hard. It doesn't have to be. And that we have to overcome staff resistance. Wrong. All those ideas are self-fulfilling prophecies. If you think that way, then when your change hits a bump in the road, and it will, you throw your hands up in the air and say, I told you, it's hard. People hate change. There's nothing we can do about it. And then you do nothing about it. That's when change beats you. So I want to show you step by step how to outsmart change. That means making change work for you, not against you. And once you know how, you'll always know how. Forevermore, you'll be able to undertake change without dreading it. I've created a training program that breaks change down into just a few essential steps. 6, in fact, that any team can do. And the steps are outrageously simple. So when I had to come up with a name for this program, I thought long and hard and came up with Outsmart Change in 6 outrageously simple steps. How about that? 6 steps, 6 weeks, and you'll outsmart your current change and every single one after that. Good, right? You'll never have to worry about change again, and you'll never fail when you do it. That's not outrageous. That's awesome. Click on the link below that says Outrageously Simple Step 1 and watch the first 10-minute video. You got any questions? You can email me at kev@broadeyeconsulting.com or click on the scheduling link below to grab time on my calendar. Say bye-bye to badly done change.